Wabash Carnegie Public Library Oral History Program, interviewing J. Loren Elliott at his home on Wednesday afternoon, February 7th, 1973, on Highland Drive in Wabash, Indiana. Loren, just talk naturally now.
I'll try to. My voice sometimes gives out on me.
Where were you born?
Born right about 7 miles west of Wabash, out in the Prairie country, right south of Richvalley, 3 miles south of Richvalley.
Would you mind telling me what day and date you were?
April 4th, 1890.
And how old would you be today that we're interviewing you? 83, right?
No. I think
83 years old.
No, he's
82. In April, you'll be 83 years old.
83 this April.
Loren, what was your father's name?
Joseph H.
Elliott.
Elliott.
Right. And what was your mother's maiden name?
Sarah Miller.
And when did they, you remember the date when they got married? Well, that's probably in the family history
In the
someplace.
family history, I could get it quick
Yeah.
right in the line.
shortly before you were born.
Yeah. What, when, let me see, you were first born in the family?
I was the oldest of the
Yes,
family.
you were the old.
Mrs. Yarnell is my sister, you know.
Yeah. What did your father do for a living?
Farmer.
Yeah, out in Richvalley there
In
at the family.
Richvalley, what was locally called the Prairie.
Yeah. Did you have any brothers and sisters?
No, his sister,
Mrs. Yarnell would be
Mrs. Yarnell, is my sister. There were just 2 in the family.
right. Where did you go to school then?
I started the school in the little old Prairie schoolhouse out down on the Prairie, just a little old-fashioned wood-burning district school.
It's on our farm right now.
Do you remember the teacher?
I remember, but I can't sit here and tell her name.
Yeah. Do you remember any of your classmates back in those days? When
Russell Stauffer was a classmate of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and John Gilbert,
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence Stanley, now deceased.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the
Mrs.
Coopers.
Fred Fowler was his teacher.
John Barnett was in the same group down there on the Prairie.
Mrs. Fred Fowler was the teacher. Yeah. Now this
He
was
one of the teachers.
right.
Yes.
Now this was a one-room school.
A one-room school.
Yeah. How did you get to school?
Walked
Walked. And how far would it have been from your house?
from my house about a half a mile.
That old building is now on our farm.
The old building is still on the Elliott farm
Yeah.
down there.
It wasn't there
Yeah.
when he went to school, but it's now.
Moved there. Yeah.
My father bought the building and moved it down to the farm and converted it into a granary.
When you finished grade school down there, then where did you go?
We were, at that time, we were organizing the school at the, what became the old Linlawn.
Mm-hmm.
It started as a annex to the Quaker church out there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a secondary building there that was cleaned up and converted it into a schoolhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Effie Lynn was the first teacher.
Mm-hmm. This would have been high school then?
No, I'm talking about the grade school.
Grade school, yeah, okay. When you finished grade school out there, where did you go?
Yeah.
Where did you go to high school?
And in the meantime, they had built the old Linlawn High School.
Right,
You know what I mean
right,
by say old
right.
Linlawn?
I know what
It's
you mean.
gone now.
It's gone. That's where you went to high school then?
Yes, that's where I went to high school. All
I-
4 years.
How did you get to school? How did you get back and forth?
Walked.
Walked. You still walked from the Prairie into Linlawn
No, he
School?
wasn't.
No, I'll have to revise that. We moved, the family moved, up right near the Quaker Brick Schoolhouse,
Mm-hmm.
up right near Linlawn, where Linlawn. And I walked just across the fields.
Yeah. Did your father give up the farm or?
No,
This was another farm.
Yeah.
this was another farm.
Another farm, yeah. What was your life like on the farm as a child? What kind of facilities did you have, and did you have electricity or?
My father put in a home electric plant
Mm-hmm.
on the farm. We had electricity, but a home plant of our own.
Uh-huh.
Before that, we had just coal oil lamp.
Right. Do you remember riding in the horse and
Oh,
buggy?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Uh,
Sleighs, bobsleds, and all that.
did you ever take any trips in the horse and buggy?
No lake, no lake.
You went to Marion.
Hmm?
You went to Marion, courted Flossie.
Yes, we went. I don't know what you mean by trips. I mean, just local trips. Not any further than Marion,
Yeah.
something like that.
How many acres did your father farm?
Originally, it was 175 acres.
Mhm. Was this a big farm in those days?
It was bigger than average, yes.
Yeah. And did he have work horses and?
Everything. We had hogs, cattle, sheep, work horses. Power was provided by horses.
Was life hard on the farm then, would you say?
Well, we didn't know any better. We didn't call it hard. No, we worked hard, yes, but we didn't think of it as being hard.
Mm-hmm. Did you? You had no central heat naturally on the farm, did you? Yeah. And how was the house heated?
Stove, hard coal stove, base burner. What did we call those big
Hard coal burner.
hard coal burners?
Yeah. How did you keep in touch with everyone in those days? Did you have telephone?
No, in the beginning, no. When I was a kid, I didn't have a telephone. That all came new.
Yeah.
We came.
When he was 15, they built that beautiful home out there where Ernie Paulus lived.
Right.
Lauren was 15.
Yeah. When they built that house
He lived there then.
on Pike Street.
That was my home then.
Right.
Father built that house, and we moved into it. I moved the family into it in a brake wagon.
Well,
Go
they
ahead.
lived on another farm. They moved from the Prairie. They still owned the Prairie farm, but then they had another farm up near the schoolhouse, which they moved to.
Yeah.
And they still own that. His sister Lois owns that farm.
Do you remember anything of your childhood that would be funny or unusual or interesting?
Oh, I suppose
I think that high school, graduating from high school is important, and
Yeah.
there were just 4 in the class.
there was only 4 in that class.
In your high school graduation
That's
class?
the first high school, country high school in this part of the country.
And that would have been the class of what year?
1908,
8.
yes.
At Linlawn High School, and you were in the class of 1908,
Yeah, 1908. John Gilbert was in that class,
right?
and Russell Stauffer. I don't know
Right.
if you knew Russell.
Right.
He's dead now.
Right.
And Howard Ridenour. There's 4 of us in that
Yeah.
class.
Now, had you boys gone to school together in grade school also?
Oh, yes,
You-
yes.
So you'd really known each other all your life?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. See, John Gilbert was born down on the adjacent farm to me in the Prairie.
Uh-huh.
His father was Nate Gilbert,
Mm-hmm.
and John and I are about the same age and born on the adjoining farms and went along.
What did you do then when you got out of high school?
I went off to college,
And where did you go?
DePauw University.
Yeah. And were you
I stayed out about 1 year to help my father on the farm, and then I went.
to
Yeah,
the
1 year.
to
Then
Boston?
having been out 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
then I went to DePauw University.
Mm-hmm. And when you went down to DePauw, did you join a fraternity or?
Yeah, Delta U.
Yeah. You joined right as a freshman, and
Well, not when I first went there. I was really at the end of the first year that I joined the
yeah.
Delta U.
Uh-huh. Did you enjoy college?
Oh boy,
Did you?
sure.
Yeah. And you made a lot of new associations then. You were going from the little country boy to this cosmopolitan life in college. And,
It was tremendous.
yeah. Did you have a hard time getting along with the boys and everything?
Easy.
Easy. DePauw is coeducational, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
girlfriend went with him.
She went down there from Wabash?
Yes.
What did you say?
Flossie was there too.
Yes, she came a year later. She's a little later
Uh-huh.
after me, and we were in school together for a while.
Now, then you completed the first year, you had joined the fraternity, and then you came home, and what'd you do that summer?
Worked at home on the farm.
Worked back at the farm, and then back to
Went
college?
back to college, and then it was about the next year. again, my memory is rotten. About the next year that I got sick, very sick.
Uh-huh. What did you have? What?
They called it a psoas abscess,
Uh-huh.
P-S-O-A-S.
Uh-huh.
Psoas abscess, right in here.
In the groin area? Yeah.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
They don't know what the doctors, even now you ask the doctors, they don't have it, they don't know it anymore. They've hipped it.
Yeah.
And it's something that
Yeah. New drugs and everything. You
Yeah.
finished that off.
I was given up, I was reported dead on the streets of Wabash.
What was it? Will Rogers said that the reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Well, I was a period there of 20, was it
24 months.
24 months.
You
I was
stayed in
sick.
bed?
I was sick.
You stayed in bed?
Yeah.
I'll be
No,
back.
you weren't in bed all 24 months.
I wasn't in bed all the time, but I was pretty sick.
Yeah. Let's check the tape and see how we're coming over here.
3 years in college.
But you see, I tried it in 2 or 3 hitches, and finally I couldn't get well, and I finally quit.
Yeah.
Come back home, went to work on the farm.
This was about 3 years, you say, then, that you had him in college, yeah. And you stayed in the fraternity, and
Well, I'm still a member of the
Yes,
fraternity,
yeah.
and as far as that, I get their information and their letters and all of that, but not active, and we're not
Yeah.
a schoolman anymore.
now, was there a young lady that had come into your life about this time?
Yeah, a little girl came into our school out in the Linlawn.
Uh-huh.
They
Talk louder.
they moved in, the family, Tippy
Mm-hmm.
family moved into the neighborhood in South Side, and she attracted my attention,
Mm-hmm.
and we went together, and then she followed me to college, and we were in college together, and
Mm-hmm.
ended up getting married.
Well, good. What year did you get married?
Come on, Elizabeth, what year was it?
25, wasn't it?
1925, Lauren, did that ring a bell?
Oh, no.
Not that
15.
late. 1915.
1915.
Okay.
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
I'll go and get the.
Well, we can always run over this when we correct the copy. What happened after you've spent about 3 years in college and you've been sick for a long period of time? Then what did you do?
Well, we got married. What year was it?
1915.
1915.
15.
Yeah.
On Easter
I
Sunday.
was just at home working some on the farm,
Uh-huh.
trying to get my health back, various things. I don't want to go into all the details
He
like
rented
that.
a farm from his father.
Uh-huh.
The house
And-
is still out there by the old Linlawn. Sits way back,
Yeah.
the brick house.
Right, I know the house. Yeah.
That's
You
right.
rented a house from your father and went to housekeeping in that
Yeah,
house.
my wife Flossie and I went to housekeeping in that little brick house just east of my father's location.
Uh-huh.
It's still standing there.
Yeah, I know the house. Did you take over some of your father's land? or-
Yes, I took over the east farm. There was 2 farms there that had been, my father had acquired. One had 175 acres, the west, back of Ernie Paulus, that
Mhm.
section of the farm.
Yeah.
And then the second farm was east of that, where the little brick house that Flossie and I took over.
Yeah.
And I took, that was 150 acres.
Uh-huh.
And I took over that farm and run it independent of the rest of the farm.
Yeah. Were those profitable years, Lauren? That would have been
Oh.
before World War One.
Yeah,
They-
before World War One.
They were profitable?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
We didn't make big money, as you talk about profitable. Now you wouldn't, think it's very big, but we got along fine.
Yeah. Did you start a family then? And
Yes. Yeah, what year was Lois born?
18. December of 18.
December 19, that would be your first
That's
child?
the first child, a girl.
Yeah. And she was born in home or in Wabash? At
home.
At home. That was
And
the
then
custom.
Lois was for his sister, and Ella was for his aunt.
Yeah. Lois Ellen. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then we had other children came along.
I had 5 altogether.
5, and all girls.
Yeah, all girls.
Yeah, I'll be darned. Then you continued to farm. You just continued.
Kept right on farming after
His father gave him 100 acres down on the prairie.
After the children were born,
After the first one.
after the first was born, he gave you 100 acres down on the prairie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you?
And then we moved out there.
Then you moved on the prairie.
Fixed up the little old house that he had started to keeping house in.
Yeah. I'll be darned.
And Loren was born in that house.
I had been born in that house.
I'll be darned. And the house is still there. The house is still down there on the prairie.
Yeah, it's our
We
tenant
just
house
rented.
down there in good shape.
Yeah. I'll be darned. So you're farming 100 acres down on the prairie. Are you helping your father too?
I was. That you're going back to. Yes, I had a little farm, 100, and then the father gave me 20 acres, and I had 120 acres, and
And Ella left you 88.
then my father's sister Ella
Mm-hmm.
gave me the same farm that his father had given him.
Not yet, Loren. You're getting a little ahead of yourself.
Remember?
She gave you 80 acres first.
Whoop, no.
Isn't that right? The 80 acres up in the woods.
They gave me, he and my father went together and bought me an 80-acre pasture up on the hills to add to what we already had.
That would have made your total holdings then 180 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were these adjoining,
Yeah.
adjacent land? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it all under cultivation? Or?
No,
No.
Not the
big
80
part of it was not, was on the hills.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
hill land,
Yeah.
woodland. The down, you familiar with that country? What do
Yes.
you mean by the prairie down?
Yes, I know.
That's where the farmland is.
Right.
And I had about 80, I suppose, 80 acres there in the bottom land.
The bottom land.
In addition to the woodland.
Yeah. Now, was that bottom land good land?
Very good.
Yes.
Best.
And what would you raise ordinarily back when you started
The
farming?
backbone of the crops there was corn,
Yes.
oats, wheat. There was a period in the war that we had to raise barley.
Mm-hmm. What were they using the barley for?
Takes the place of bread.
Mm-hmm.
One year you raised lima beans.
And we, yes, raised lima beans, sold them, brought them down to Peru,
Yeah.
canning company in Peru.
Now, did the canning company get in this, or did they just suggest that everybody raise lima beans, or how did this come about?
Well, they set up a factory there in Peru, the canning company, and they'd go out and
Contract with
contract with the farmers.
Yeah.
I contracted with them.
the farm?
Well, most of the farmers raised some lima
Yeah.
beans.
Was that a profitable crop?
Oh,
for you?
yes.
Was
It
it?
is profitable.
It was just 1 year, though.
Yes, you had to plant it each year.
Yeah.
How many?
How many seasons did you do that on the lima beans?
Well, now, of course, this has been a long time ago, and I'm guessing 5 or 6 years I raised lima beans.
Yeah. Now, you were still
We
just...
had to plant it all, start all over every year.
Yeah.
There was nothing like sowing wheat in the fall and reaping, harvesting it next season.
Yeah. Did you have any livestock on the farm at all then?
Oh, yes. You see, there's they raised the crops on the prairie, on the low ground,
Mm-hmm.
and they were pastured the cattle and hogs on the hills.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a double-headed operation.
Did the prices after World War I, were they stable or not on the farm?
The prices?
The prices of farm commodities, and were they stable or
Stable, pretty low.
low? They dropped and
They dropped, oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I sold corn. I wish I could say accurate. There's things I can't remember anymore.
Well, Loren, you're thinking around the World War II, before the
After that,
depression.
after, yeah,
The Depression years were terrible.
yeah.
Well,
You made pretty good money on the farm because you fixed the farms up.
oh, yes, I put a lot of money in.
The farms were in
on
poor
the farm.
condition when he took them over.
I very poor, and I completely rebuilt it.
Yeah.
I built the houses and the barns and everything, fences, everything.
Yeah.
But I sold corn for, I hate to quote
10
because I
cents a
can't
bushel.
remember.
You said 10 cents a bushel once.
Hmm?
you said 10 cents a bushel.
Yeah,
10 cents a bushel. That would have been during the Depression.
right after the war, right in the Depression, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you stuck with the farm. You didn't.
Boys, I
yeah.
stayed right there.
Yeah, you stayed right there.
Didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And he might not have had his help had he not stayed on the farm.
Yes. Yeah, that
I
was.
probably would have died if I hadn't.
You didn't never considered going and working someplace else or teaching or anything like that. Yeah.
The only thing I knew was farming,
Mhm.
and I thought if I couldn't make it there, I couldn't make it anyplace.
Yeah. Were you acquiring more ground?
No, after that initial start with my father,
Put your
Right.
hand away.
hmm,
Put your hand over your mouth.
I didn't buy any more ground right then.
Yeah.
When my Aunt Ella died, I acquired her farm.
Yeah.
My inheritance, she deeded me in her will.
Hmm.
Then I had considered a good-sized farm. Then I really began to expand faster.
Yeah. And then your father, how long did he live then? Did he live to up into old age?
I can't remember.
I don't know, anticipate some of his questions.
I'm pulling some. Was
Remember the dates.
was this before World War II? Did the senior
Oh,
Mr.
yes. No, he died since World War II.
Oh, he
Your
lived.
dad.
Yeah.
Yes,
Then
he was around 77 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, well, then he lived to a good old age.
He
Then
lived out there in that big house where Ernie Paulus lives.
Yeah.
I
He
helped
lived
build that
there.
house where he promised
you
to.
helped build that house.
My father,
15
he
years
had three
old.
carpenters, professional carpenters, and I waited on them, got material for
You
them.
helped quarry the stone.
You quarried the stone for that house. Where was that done?
Back on bluff, along the river is quite a definite bluff along the river bluff.
Mm-hmm. That should be
Limestone.
down along the prairie there.
Well, not that far out, right closer to town, for the bluff,
Yeah.
where the stone is. We quarried, all the stone went in the foundation of that house.
And how about the timbers?
Cut most of the timber off the hills.
Did you? That was all oak.
Well, a lot of oak, all kinds, oak, walnut, sugar, everything
Yeah.
that grows in this part of the country.
Yeah.
Wasn't just the kind of variety, it was the size. And
How much would that house, when it was built, did he ever say how much he had in it?
no,
No. I mean, today, of course, you couldn't build a house like
I
that.
couldn't, it's a very well-built house,
Yeah.
very good house.
Of course, houses were a lot less expensive to
Correct.
build in those days.
My sister has passed this on, it belongs to Ernie Paulus now, as
Yeah.
you know, probably,
Uh-huh.
maybe you know.
Yeah.
I wish, where's the family Bible?
Yeah, I'll just shut this. In the Bible,
My father died in May 4th, 1941.
1941, and his birth date is in there as
Joseph Q. Can you see a little bit better?
No, I couldn't.
Joseph H. Elliott was born, he died, 41. Do you have that?
When was he born?
This is, darn it.
But don't worry about it. I never have looked at this.
the old family Bible with the
Mhm.
beautiful handwriting in some of the family
That's my
had.
father's
The ink
handwriting.
is so dim.
Yes, fading.
There's Susan. David.
Did you say that the senior Mr. Elliott was around in his late 70s and your father was?
My father?
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. Did he have brothers and sisters other than this one sister that you mentioned?
They all died young.
Yeah.
Tuberculosis. They didn't know how to cope with tuberculosis, and there were three sisters of my father.
Uh-huh.
All died.
Yeah.
Tuberculosis.
Well, two of them were 20 and 21,
Yeah, they
and
were
they
young.
died of TB out there in the house.
Do you remember your grandparents?
I remember I was running around a kid. I can remember them. I could, I don't know to what extent. I don't. Can you see what you're?
I'm looking for births. There's Lois Letitia. Joseph, there it is, Loren Elliott, born April 4th, 1890. That's you,
That's me.
Joseph Loren.
We found you, Loren, in the old Bible.
Here's Joseph Heston Elliott, born,
That's my father.
yes, something the 22nd, 1863.
Born on
1863.
Washington's birthday.
February 22nd, 1863.
Yeah. And was he born in, see, we are jumping around. Was he born in Wabash County, too? Also?
My father?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
His grandfather entered the land.
See, his
Yeah.
grandfather entered that title in 1841.
Yeah.
He walked down from Michigan
Uh-huh.
and entered it in the government land, right on the south, on the west edge of Miami County.
This should have been told first.
I know, this all goes around, but we take it as it comes. How did the, it's your mailman out there. How did the farm then, it's always been in the family then?
Yes, since
all-
that 1841.
Since 1841.
Not all the land.
No,
No, not all.
basically in
The
farm.
basic piece of land.
Here, I had a strip up there that and had a part of the wild land. It went down, descended to Aunt Ella, and then come to me, and
Yeah.
so on. I
And
don't
this,
want to go into all that.
well, it's remarkable nowadays that a piece of land stays in the family 3 or 4 generations without being lost someplace along the line. Well, how did you survive the Depression on the farm?
How did I survive?
Yes.
Well, we just buttoned up our coats and tightened the belts and survived.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Did
My family in those days, when I say my wife, I'm talking to my first wife in those
Right.
days. Yeah, women, she among all others, we didn't have any gloves. We couldn't have any money to buy any gloves. Women all knit
mm-hmm.
gloves and mittens, made coats, and of course we burned nearly all entirely wood burning stoves, and we go out in the woods and cut the wood.
Was there ever a time that you thought you might lose the farm?
No, never thought of it.
You
Didn't
don't-
intend to lose it.
Did you ever have to mortgage it? Did you ever get so bad you had to mortgage it?
I never had a mortgage on it.
Yeah. Well, that's remarkable in itself then. Those days, wouldn't you say?
He's borrowed money while the children were in college.
Yeah.
But,
Yes,
he
but
got it paid off.
my credit was good enough that I could go and get all the money I had to have.
Yeah.
And I never wanted any more than I had to have.
Yeah. How would you borrow money back in those days, Loren?
Well, I had pretty good credit. My family was pretty well known.
Mm-hmm.
And there was not the National Bank, but there was a home loan association
Mm-hmm.
back in those days on Canal Street down by the alley.
Mm-hmm.
And I had good credit there, and I had good credit in Peru.
Mm-hmm.
This all the money I wanted in Peru.
Was this signature only, no collateral?
No collateral.
No collateral. Yeah. That's remarkable. Did you mechanize the farm, Loren, as that time came?
Yes, of course. I went through that whole process of mechanization. We planted first corn I planted a jobber by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Go down and make a mark down across the field and job it in. And then at other planters, well, the machinery became more and more sophisticated. Mowers, harvesters, binders. One of the first binders, grain binders that was ever in our part of the country was on that farm down there.
Mm-hmm.
But we just had to do. We just did. We had an old machine. I'd work on it till I could make it run and make it go.
Yeah.
We didn't run off town and buy stuff.
Yeah. Were you one of the early advocates of mechanization with tractor and that when it came along?
Yes, I was one. I had 2 or 3 different tractors, one after another, and I suppose I was one of the early ones.
Mm-hmm. Were they steam driven back in those days?
Not steam, they were gasoline.
Gasoline, yeah. Did they have crews that went through with equipment in those days and mechanical?
No, not in the sense that you mean that they did out west.
Yes.
We made up a group of neighbors, 15 or 20, would all go together, and we'd furnish the manpower on the horses and the wagons, and did the work ourselves. We owned the machine and run it.
Was that a lot of fun, really?
We had a good time.
What about threshing, Loren? Who owned the threshing machine?
I can hear you.
Who owned the threshing machine?
Usually one man in the neighborhood owned the threshing machine. And he went around from farm to farm, and then all of us, threshing time was kind of a holiday. We all went to wagons and horses and teams and so on, and hauled in the grain and hauled the wheat off the mill and all that sort of thing.
What about the dinner?
Dinners was a community affair.
How would they?
Women all just cook, and at time for grub time, we all just stopped, ate,
Big
and went
dinner.
back to work.
What kind of a meal would you have on a thrashing dinner?
Everything. But what would you have on a farm like that? Nothing out of the store. Fried chicken and ham and sweet corn and
Mashed potatoes,
sweet potatoes.
pie, cake, everything good.
Well, that's quite remarkable, really, when you think back now.
I've helped get threshing. My father was a farmer.
When you think of the cooperation and the spirit that the people had,
Yeah.
do you think that's true today?
No.
Well, I don't think they don't go as far as we used to. They don't cooperate and work together like we used to. More individualism, I think.
They'd have a party
No,
when they settled out. It was a big
You know, on our farm out there, of course, I got rented now. I can't do anything anymore, but I've got the machinery all right there. We can do everything we need to do.
You're like a separate little city unto yourself.
Well, we are self-sufficient, yes.
Yes. Which way do you think is the better way?
Well, you can't bring back those old times because it just doesn't work that way. I wouldn't want to say which is better. We had more fun, I think, back in the old days.
Were you active in a church back in those days, Loren?
Can't remember when I wasn't.
Yeah. And which church?
There was right over the hills above our farm, there was a little church, country church, Mount Pleasant.
Take your hand away from your mouth.
Mount Pleasant, that's where I started. My grandfather had built that church, and my father and mother took me there when I was just a kid. One of the earliest recollections I have of going to that church. I've always gone to church. Don't know anything else.
Did you say Methodist?
No, he hasn't yet. I was waiting for that.
It is a Methodist church.
This is a Mount Pleasant Methodist Church.
Mount
Right.
Pleasant. It's gone now.
Yeah. Is the church, is the building's gone?
The building's gone.
Yeah. What was Sunday as a child, again we're jumping around, as a child that your mother and father taking you and your sister, obviously, to this little Mount Pleasant church? Horse and buggy?
Horse and buggy.
Yeah. And what was it like when you got there?
Pretty hard to describe.
Well, I mean, recalling the services, and then did you stay, or?
Always stay a little while and visit and pass time of day with all the neighbors. It's kind of a gathering place, you know. Very often they didn't have a regular preacher. He would. So my grandfather was conduct the services and way back in those times. But no high-powered preacher like you have now. No music like you have now.
Did you look forward to those
Oh, yes.
get-togethers?
Time to get out and play with the boys.
I think those are great times as you look back. Pleasant memories that you have of
His
those.
grandfather, Miller, was a preacher.
Grandfather Miller, that would be on
His
your
mother's father.
mother's father. He was a Methodist minister also then.
Mm-hmm.
And
When
when
my grandfather Elliott was not a preacher, so
Yeah.
he was
He
a
was a
straight-out farmer.
farmer, yeah.
But he was what was called a class leader. That is, when the preacher wasn't there, he would take over and they just have an informal session.
Your grandfather Miller was not the preacher of Mount Pleasant, though, was he?
No.
No. Where was this grandfather Miller a Methodist minister? I would
Lots
assume.
of different places,
Yeah.
smaller. Pawpaw was his.
In my lifetime, later, there's a community out here on the edge of Miami County called Pawpaw.
Uh-huh.
P-A-W-P-A-W.
Right.
Pawpaw. That was his neighborhood. That's where he ended up.
Did you remember him?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That would have been your wife's father.
Yes,
No.
sir. No.
Your mother's father.
He was my mother's father.
Right, right.
Uncle Sam, he was called.
Yeah. When did you come into town then to the Methodist Church then?
He went to Middle Street first.
Well, you pinned me down on that. I can't tell you.
After you were married or
Before you were
before you were married?
Before
yeah.
married,
It's-
yeah.
Well, naturally.
Yes.
Was that Middle Street, was that a Methodist or was
Church.
that a Wesleyan Methodist?
No, no.
That
It
was
is
Wesleyan,
now.
Yeah.
M.E.,
Yeah.
Methodist Episcopal.
Methodist.
It was.
Yeah.
It is now.
Wesleyan.
Yes, but
Wesleyan
they sold
Methodist.
it.
Right. Then, of course, eventually you got over to the First Church.
Yes, I suppose I might be permitted to. First Church was having trouble back in those days to keep a teacher. Men's class. That was the day before your time for tremendous men's classes. They had men's classes, hundreds, 150 in a class on a Sunday morning. And I was starting to teach in the little Middle Street church over on the south side. And they wanted a teacher over here at First Church. They were short, bad. They wanted a teacher bad. And I knew one fellow, he run the Smith Hubbard Lumber Company. There used to be Smith Hubbard up here on the hill. And he came to me and said, come over and teach for us on Sunday morning. He says, I want you to come over and teach. And that was the beginning of it. I went, taught one, and suited them well enough that they asked me to take the class. And for a long time, for weeks and months, I taught the Sunday school class at an average of attendance of 100.
Was that time was
That was an era when they were all
Yeah.
had big classes. The Presbyterian Church had a big class.
I've heard Homer Showalter talk
Yeah,
about the
Homer
men's class
Showalter,
at the Christian
That's the
Church.
era I'm talking
Then you
about.
have to go down to Eagles Theater for a while.
And yes, it was which church was it that did that stunt? I thought it was the Christian church. They could put people out on the street, stop the cars, and tell them to go and go through that church and register. They had attendance,
Competition.
2,000 or 3,000
Yeah.
go through that church on a Sunday morning.
Were there any particular Methodist ministers that made an impression on you in those days and at that time as outstanding? Or
Well, I've known several, but
I hear so much about Dr. Little as an outstanding.
Little was a Presbyterian.
Yes, when he must have made quite a mark on the community and
Oh, he
everything.
did.
On
He was
those.
a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
We used to have revival meetings, and they had their influence. You know, they'd bring people, evangelists, into the city, and sometimes they would build a tabernacle.
Right. Well, another one would have been Leewell Carpenter's father. Must have had
Yeah.
a tremendous influence on the community and on
I
the
never
church.
knew him personally. I think I've seen him, but to say that I knew him I can't
I
remember.
don't believe he preached in Wabash.
I thought he did down at the Christian church in the early days.
I don't think he did. If he did, it was a short time, because he spent a lot
Of
of
course,
his time elsewhere.
He went all over the place. Yes.
Started new churches.
Right. Well, Loren, let's get on to Rotary. When did you first join Rotary?
Doggone him.
This is what's most interesting to all of us also. What year was that you joined Rotary?
1923.
1923.
She has a better memory than my memory's going haywire.
How did you happen to become a Rotarian? Who sponsored you, or who suggested that you join?
Well, my mother had something to do with that. She wanted to, she was, of course, wanted me to get ahead, and she got me a pin, Rotary pin, 5 times
She
Rotary.
didn't buy it for you before you joined. She didn't buy the pin before you joined.
She didn't buy the pin before you joined?
No, as soon as I did.
Yeah. Who was it that asked you to join?
I don't remember.
Yeah. And
I just better say I don't remember, because I knew several of the fellows. I wasn't just unknown. I knew them. And I guess we did all right.
where did you meet back in those days?
Where?
Mellow Moon,
Mellow Moon was one of them where we went, and there was
Elks Country Club.
out here, Mrs. Albert, what is his name?
More?
Carl. Mr.
Carl Albert.
Uh-huh.
Run he took care of a country,
It was
golf
the old
links.
country.
Yeah, the old
Golf links right out
Right.
here in this part of town, not
Right.
very far away from here.
Right. And you were, that's
I
where they
was
met also.
active in there.
Yeah. And do you remember much of those days of Rotary? I've looked at the records, and everybody smoked cigars in those days. There were cigar bills for every meeting. Do you remember that?
Well, I hadn't just remembered it, no.
Yeah.
Of course, cigar smoking was common.
Right.
I didn't smoke, but it got along all right.
Then anything that did you go to any of the district meetings or anything back?
Yes, but when you begin to come down and want me to go to some of them, tell about them, then my memory gets
She wasn't
hazy.
in very long.
She went with me several in these later years. I was district governor.
Right.
Traveled around all over northern Indiana and all that. That's recent. You don't know about that.
Well, how long did you stay in then the first time when you joined in 1923? A couple years?
In Rotary?
Yes.
You didn't stay in very long because
No.
it was too hard to come in town
Yeah.
on Monday.
You see, we moved out farther.
Mm-hmm.
We started right close to town. We moved out, and it's just too hard for me to get in.
Right. And then you dropped out, and then you came back in what year?
1948.
48?
She remembers. I told
Well,
her.
that was the year we were married.
I told her to stay here with me because I can't remember.
It might have been the year before.
Yeah. Then you went through the chairs and were president,
I held every office in the club.
right? And then you became the only district governor the club has had, and that was in 1953, was it?
No, 56 was one of them, but I don't know.
56?
Right along there someplace. Now, I'm not going to.
Do you remember anything significant from the district governor's viewpoint, or anything that you did that made an impression or during those years?
Well, I made a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm. Visited a lot of clubs.
Visited all of them.
Yeah. Did you go to the convention that year? National? Where was that? The International?
No, we didn't go
You didn't go
that
there?
year. It was in Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Oh,
And we didn't
I
go.
guess
He
she-
was elected.
Right.
But we went
I
to,
was elected.
we went to 5 or 6.
Did you go to fire?
Different years.
Yeah.
We never went out of the country. Oh, we
Yeah.
went to Toronto.
Yeah. For the International. Tell me about, again jumping around, tell me about the children. There's 5 children, and we've mentioned the oldest girl.
Oldest one's Lois Ella. She's named after my sister Lois and my aunt Ella.
Right, and the second girl is,
The second girl is Doris.
yeah, and the third?
Third girl is Ruth.
Her
Then
husband's a Methodist minister.
Then we jump down to Sarah,
And Becky.
and finally Becky.
Yeah. All the children are married, and
No,
Not Becky.
Becky is not.
yeah, are they all? None of them are living here, though, are they?
No.
No.
They're all living out of town.
Ruth is the nearest. She's up here in Akron.
Uh-huh.
Her husband's a Methodist minister.
At the church in Akron.
Methodist.
Uh-huh. Do you see them often, Loren?
Well, now that is
I think we see them often.
I
yes.
think, I'll put it this way, I see them often enough.
Uh-huh.
I'm not, I don't want them all running in or running all with me all the
Ruth
time.
drops in often.
Ruth lives close here over to Akron, and she comes frequently. They come often enough. I don't know how to answer your question.
Yeah.
That is a question that depends on temperament, situations, what a family wants. Some families just want to live together all the time.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. You want a little peace and quiet occasionally.
I sure do.
Yeah. I can
You
appreciate that.
didn't tell about his first wife's death.
No, I was just going to ask that. I was asking about Mrs. Elliott, the first Mrs. Elliott.
First Mrs. Elliott. What year did she die?
She died in
That book around here has got
45.
1945.
yes.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
died.
the
her,
tragedy
her
is-
funeral was on January 1st, 1947.
1940.
She's
Six.
buried out there in that Mount Pleasant
Six.
Cemetery.
Right.
Yes,
But you see, she hadn't been
1946.
sick at all.
She had not been sick.
No, she hadn't been sick.
She had hypertension.
Didn't have perfect health. She had high blood pressure and a few things.
Mhm.
But she went to bed, went to sleep. I thought, all right. I sat on the chair like you're sitting right over there.
Mhm.
And I woke up when she died.
Mhm.
Just that quick.
I'll be doing
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
Now, how did you meet second Mrs. Elliott, Elizabeth?
Listen,
Yes.
He's always
she was
known.
she's related. She was related to me. She was my first wife's
Niece.
niece.
Jeez. All right.
I had known her ever since she was a little thing.
Yeah. Did she grow up here in Wabash, Elizabeth? Where did she?
Marion.
In Marion.
Marion, she's
Yeah.
a Marion girl.
Yeah. And you were married in 1948.
8.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Well, by gosh, you've got a
Just
wedding
one
anniversary.
more week will be 25 years.
My gosh, it will be 25 years. Well, I'll be darned.
That's on the second marriage, 25.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to wish you a happy anniversary today. Yeah, I
He
think
was married to his first wife 30 years.
30 years. Well, I think that's remarkable. Elizabeth, can you think of anything that we should cover for the tape, or possibly for the kids? Or
Well, I had a boy, so he did finally get a boy.
I know he's introduced him to Rotary as he had to get married to get a son.
That's right.
Yeah. You just had the one son?
Yes, and I have a foster daughter.
Yeah.
She belongs to Loren and me both. She's
Yeah.
one of our 7.
You have a total of 7 children.
Her name is Jane, and she lives in Houston, Texas,
She's a wonderful girl.
And your son lives in
in Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne. I know you've had everyone one time or another, the in-laws and so forth at Rotary Club, and I'm sure I've met most of them.
Mm-hmm. Jane's husband was with him last, I
Right.
think.
Yes, he was.
One from Houston.
Lauren, what do you think of living today as compared to 50 years ago?
How long ago?
50 years ago, or when you were a kid?
I don't know. I'm not very good at this interviewing business, but we have many more advantages, like Honeywell concerts and everything is going on. Many, many advantages that we never dreamed of when I was a young fellow, kid. But I don't think we have a bit better time than we used to have. It's just different.
Life is at a faster pace.
Yeah.
The Red Path Chautauqua should have been mentioned.
Hmm?
The Red Path Chautauqua.
The
Yeah.
what's that? Red Path? Red Path?
Path.
Chautauqua. What was that?
Well, it was met out in the city park every summer. And they'd have a series of concerts, speakers.
Plays.
William Jennings Bryan came through in his heyday and spoke out here in the city park on the Red Path Chautauqua.
Did you go usually to the
Yeah,
Chautauquas?
sure.
Yeah.
It lasted 10 days. People went out. and
Yes,
lived in
they'd go out
tents
there and
in the
put up
park.
tents out there
Ron was
sometimes.
president one year.
Well, you were president
I
of the
was president
Chautauqua.
one
Yeah.
time.
Do you remember the what acts or whatever entertainment came the year you were president that was unusual? Or
No, I can't pinpoint. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
We had them
For
in
me to
there.
remember
Mary.
details like
I
that.
remember the Macau.
But the whole
They
whole
had
country,
the same thing over here.
the whole country came. People just stopped working
They just-
when the Chautauqua come.
I've asked you about the Depression. I'm going to ask you another question. Quite a few people joined the Ku Klux Klan back in the 20s when it was hot and big. Was there any pressure put on you?
Yes and no. It got to be quite a fever,
Mm-hmm.
and I joined for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Decided it wasn't my bowl of soup.
Yeah. Was there pressure put on you to join?
No, I wouldn't say pressure, but then Marvin Gilbert, darn, he got me into it.
Yeah.
But people went crazy over it.
Yeah. Did
Now, personally, I was influenced, and I did join.
uh-huh.
And I went right back and got my money back and got out of it, because I decided it wasn't my bowl of soup.
Yeah. Did you buy a costume or whatever? Yeah. Did you ever go to any of the meetings, the outdoor meetings that they had here?
Very little,
Yeah.
very little. I would say no.
They had rather interesting history in Wabash.
I just can't imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. How about what would you say had a great impact on your life? Telephone, first electricity, first automobile, first train ride, first airplane, television, radio.
Well, you're naming several things there. The first automobile I remember very well. The little automobile I got, the first one, that started me up.
What kind was it?
Buick.
Buick?
Back in, they made a small Buick. Now you think of a Buick, a big car, but it was a small Buick.
Mm-hmm.
Very good little car. I just an accident that I heard a mechanic in Wabash that I knew pretty well. I can't say his name.
Mm-hmm.
He found out that I was talking about getting about ready. My family had come along, and he said, "No," says, "Wait a minute, Loren." Says, "You go on here, or a certain place they're selling a little Buick. So go buy one."
And you did?
And I did.
Did you enjoy the car?
Oh yes, yeah. Curtains,
Side curtains.
Side curtains.
Yeah. Didn't
didn't have any modern. My goodness, I didn't have any
Didn't have a
fixed
heater
up.
in it.
Yeah. Did you
Didn't
drive
have
it winter and summer?
Yeah.
Winter and summer, no
But
problem.
it was always fun in the
Yeah,
wintertime.
yeah. Do you remember when your family got telephone out there in the country? Or was it nothing unusual?
Well, it was coming pretty fast. It wasn't anything usual. I wasn't any different than anybody else.
Yeah.
But when we had a telephone, you never saw one like this, I suspect. There in on the farm, it was a party line.
Mm-hmm.
But when Central wanted to get us, they run through a series of signals. It's click, 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 click. And then when it got far enough onto my cell phone, it'd ring.
Uh-huh. So you knew that they were
And
trying to get a
I
hold of
knew
you.
they were trying to get me.
Yeah. Do you remember when you heard your first radio, or was that nothing?
You had an Atwater Kent. You said your folks left it
Oh,
at your house and they went to
I
work.
told her to come along and
Yeah.
remind me of things.
Fill us
that
in
I
on
can't-
these.
I simply can't remember. My father and mother went on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to tell you where they went. I don't remember that detail.
Mm-hmm.
They had a radio, and I couldn't afford one, but they offered to loan me one, and I took a section out of that bookcase I got downstairs and set that Atwater Kent about that long in there, and I had a TV,
Or no.
You had a radio.
radio.
Listen to KDKA and
Yeah, the
Mhm.
KDKA was one of the best stations that we got.
Pittsburgh, wasn't it?
yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Right.
that was one of the best stations we had.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
they come back home, of course, I give them back their
Their radio.
radio and put it back in where it was, where I got it. And
Do you remember first airplane around here at all, Loren, or did that make any impact?
no, it doesn't make any specific. I wouldn't want to say yes. a specific reaction. I don't know when airplanes come around.
You remember your own first airplane ride, I'm sure.
Well, I only had one or two.
Oh, Lord.
I know you used to fly out to Houston and Arizona and every place
He's
else.
had dozens of
Yeah.
rides.
Can you think of anything else, Elizabeth, that would be of interest for... Probably after I leave, you'll think of 8,000 things.
Oh, we could brag on our
Yeah.
family.
Why, you
for
should.
the rest of the tape.
Right, you should. I think it's remarkable to raise 5 girls and 2 more. I think that's great.
Doris's husband is president of the Michigan National Bank.
In,
That's all over the state of Michigan.
Right,
One of the big
in,
banks
top
in
man.
Michigan.
out of Detroit. Yes,
Lansing.
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 Out of Lansing.
His office.
Now, his
President of the
name
whole
is
family, I
Paul
suppose.
Souter.
Yeah, was they from Wabash County here?
She was. She's
Yeah.
his daughter.
Yeah, but
the
I mean-
Souters from Warren. His father was head of the Warren Home.
Right.
Still,
I
his
thought-
brother's the head of it now.
I thought that name was familiar. How do you like this house here, Loren?
Very much.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable house.
We lived at the other house on 75 West Maple 17 years.
Yes, that's a very pretty house
That's
We
also.
loved
every
that too, and we had
house,
some
and she-
tears when we gave it
She
up.
hated to leave it,
Yeah, that's a beautiful old
But
house.
we loved
but it was
this
too
one.
big
We had
house
to
for us.
face reality.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that we're about at the end of our tape, so I think I'll thank you, Loren, and Elizabeth also for filling us in on some details. And,
Especially thank Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I told her ahead of time, warned her
Yeah.
that I wouldn't be able to remember. George, I'm forgetting so badly.
yeah.
I
This
cannot remember.
George Dingledye interviewer.
She's off the record, I hope.
Yeah, I'm saying, let me put this on here. I want to ask you about Mr. Honeywell. You did know him, Loren?
Oh, yes.
And what were the
I knew
circumstances?
him too, always spoke to him.
Yeah.
Well, he and my father were good friends.
Uh-huh.
He put the heating system in my father's house, which where Ernie Paulus now lives. That
Yeah.
Mark Honeywell put that, was there,
Uh-huh.
supervised it. And I was down there when he was there, and I knew him. He was on first name basis with my father. Brother wasn't me. I was a kid,
Mm-hmm. Did
But-
go ahead.
but I knew him
Yeah.
quite well. I went out. My wife and I, back in those days, went out to the Honeywell Gardens,
Rose Gardens.
Rose Gardens. All of that. He developed that,
Mm-hmm.
and had a number of projects out
Had
there.
Savitsky and the
Raised turkeys one
New
time.
York, or the Indianapolis Symphony.
Uh-huh.
Brought the Indianapolis Symphony up and went out to. My first wife, Flossie, and I went out there. Heard that symphony a really long time ago.
Did you ever see Mr. Honeywell on a social occasion? Did you ever see him?
No,
or
we
the-
didn't go to parties.
I wasn't in that class.
Yeah. He must have been a nice guy, though.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
He was. Don't ever mark him down.
Yeah. Was he in Rotary when you were in Rotary the first time?
No,
No. I know he was a charter member of the club, and
he was a charter member, but I can't remember. I can't honestly say that I knew him in Rotary
yeah.
in that connection.
And then, of course, in '48, I think he was pretty well out of Rotary by that time.
I think he was, yes.
Yeah.